Усім доброго дня, ми продовжуємо грати в Hogwarts Legacy. Продовжуємо ми на тому самому місці, де закінчили минулого разу, а саме ми добралися до Хогвартсу. Нас шляпа відправила на факультет Коктевран, або Ревенкло в оригіналі. Ой, я випадково. Ми переночували і тепер...
Lumos.
Угу.
Revelio.
Тепер будемо досліджувати Хогвартс. Ну все, виходимо. О, можна нагору, можна вниз. Давайте вниз. Це ж так цікаво. Що тут? Це чия? Не знаю чия. Ще вниз. Ще донизу. Бо нам треба нагору. А ми тоді перевіримо низ. Що знизу є? Туалет.
Revelio.
Зазвичай в туалетах. Там щось є? Тут нічого немає, а ось там точно щось є, тому ми йдемо ще донизу. Замок 3-го рівня. Там скриня, до неї якось добратися треба. Але вона в дівчачому крилі, якщо я правильно розумію. Тому йдемо нагору. Мапа тут є? Ні, мапи тут чомусь немає. Я натиснув М, воно відкрило паузу. Мабуть, нам рано ще мапу, вона буде, але пізніше. Карта мародерів. Ось такого плану. А точки на мапі це хто?
Just have to wait for the right moment. I suppose some introductions are in order.
Замок рівень 1. Зрозуміло. Ми ще навіть рівень 1 відкрити не можемо.
To be honest, anything I could get in line.
You should hear Shah talking about divination. It's a wonder Onai's ears don't catch a light.
Revelio.
Stars no more than cards, I say.
Замок рівень 1. Добре. А тут всього 3. Зрозуміло. Ідемо донизу.
Just have to wait for the right moment.
Must be.
Ну все, давайте
That's
поговоримо.
not right.
Revelio.
either.
Саманта Дейл. Поговоримо з нею.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha.
Що це було з
Is
руками, ви
Dittany
бачили?
used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about
Enigma.
theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Професор загадочна не знаю. Так, він багато.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
О!
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
Логічно.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
Росіянці, ви чого? Ну що за... Професор Шарпа.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own
Професор
ingredients?
Шарпа.
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master,
Ну,
cares
Шарпа.
where you get your ingredients,
А
as
чого
long
ж
as your
тут не
brews are all
перевели
perfect.
професор Бритва? А? Чому ж там професор Чеснок?
It was nice to meet you,
Так, все,
Samantha.
пішли.
Good luck with your dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
О, яблучко.
Revelio.
Ревеліо.
All right.
А ти
Deep
хто?
breath.
Аміт? Ти що,
Why,
індус?
hello. Would you like to take a look?
Because my music is very popular in India.
Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
Шах.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
Так.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
А, be seen you. Be seen you. Так.
Revelio.
Ревеліо.
This should be interesting.
А ти хто?
One moment. Watch this.
What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
Предстає до
That
дівчат
wasn't
таким
quite the
способом.
reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
А, тобто вони знають про те, що...
I'm glad to be here.
Як ми сюди
Ready for
добралися.
classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha, I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You
Наскільки
too, Everett.
постаралися розробники.
New Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep her waiting.
Іду. Він, коли говорить, у нього голосові зв'язки, ну тут кадик рухався. Розумієте?
Revelio.
Наскільки постаралися.
Wonder where they're from. Can't imagine stuff like this.
Вниз.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
І тут
OWLs.
екзамен.
Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams.
Господи.
They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Це що таке? Це всі наші посібники?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a
Нас
fifth year.
щоденник.
You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Дякую. Куди ти його засунув?
Thank you, Professor, but what do
Ви
you mean
бачили
it will keep
позаду?
track of what I'm
Ногу
learning?
підняв цей лицар.
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Revelio.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Знов просадка. Що ж таке? Що з цією грою? Чи вона щось підвантажує постійно, чи що? Не розумію.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust
Revelio.
and see what details the field guide can provide?
Бюст Коктеврана. Це бюст... створений на честь факультету Коктевран. Знаходиться в високій башні Коктеврана. Ви відкрили за руководство, ваш прогрес відображається тут. Виконуйте єдиний спосіб заробити очки досвіду. Прикольно. Ага. О, прикольно. Прикольно.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Він що, дивиться за нами? У нього голова повертається.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
О, ми вже десь поруч. Нам сюди, на цей поверх. А.
Revelio.
Тут щось треба. Люмос. Це єдине, що в нас є. У нас буде дуже багато заклять. Авада кедавра! Ми можемо таке юзати? Круціо і Імперіус? Імперіо. Вінгардіум Лівіоса, це зрозуміло. Трансфігурація. Трансфігурація і... і це Еванеско. Інсендіо. Дезілюмінація. Ревеліо. Люмус. Репаро. Логічно. Конфринто. Дефіндо. Рікту Семпра. Експеліармус. Бомбарда. Flipendo! Descendo! Depulso! Actio! Arresto Momentum! Glacius! Levioso! Знову? Levioso! Wingardium Leviosa! Трансфігурація. А де Протего? О, Протего. Чому це переклали? Ну чому? Чому всі в оригіналі, а Асталбіній? Ну от чому? Може якусь загадку треба вирішити? Нам треба за професором. Ну, пішли. Знову просадка. Ну що це таке?
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Central Hall. Відкрити мапу. Тепер у нас є мапа. Хогвартс на 2 області. В лівій живуть студенти та професора. Ага. Ага, які вже вам доступні. Тут знаходяться точки цікавості, зв'язані зі навчанням. Прикольно.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Це де? Це ось це? Ага, so.
Revelio.
Almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
А оце я не пам'ятаю, до речі.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I've learned almost.
That should be
Я не
all for
пам'ятаю
now.
цього місця.
You'll be
Або його
expected to attend
переробили.
both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Що таке
You
Хогвартс?
mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our
Hecat.
students' education in that
Hecat.
regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a
Ronan.
clever and entertaining wizard and a
Наче я
talented
всіх
teacher.
вивчив. Дякую.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a
Він
search for
сам сказав
belongings and
нікому
an
не
extended
розповідати,
trip
а
up to
сам
the
всім
castle.
розповідає? Чи що? Я підозрюю, що ви там не просто шукали речі.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the
Я думаю,
details
не
to
треба було
himself
це
for
казати.
now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to
Дякую.
use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes,
Зрозуміло.
Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Зрозуміло. Дякую велике. Поговорити з професором Фігом? Ні. Тікай звідси.
Revelio.
Ревеліо. Що це за штука?
Revelio.
Imelda Reyes is always arranging broom trials. She's only trying to top her own.
Та ну.
Imelda Reyes.
Ага. Фонтан в центральному залі.
Revelio.
Десь щось є. Не можу зрозуміти де.
A girl in our dormitory keeps getting packages of home. Please have a quick swab for next
Десь щось є поруч.
I've taken to studying during the day in our dormitory. No one's there and I can practice my cast to my heart's content.
Revelio.
Ну і добре. Потім, значить, побігаємо. Раз у нас якесь завдання, я хочу,
It's good to see
щоб
you,
повністю
Professor.
відкритий
And
світ.
you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Прикольно. Спочатку йдемо на чари. Акціо Левіосо. Йдемо на акцію.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Так, все. Тепер ми можемо ходити. Правильно? Ласкаво просимо в зачарований компас.
Why would I want to hear what you're good at?
Ага. Основні задачі, взаємовідношення, побічні, карта. Ну все, мені все подобається. Почекайте, а це що було? Спорядження, інвентар, колекції. Хогсміт, ми ще не ходили туди. А, Хогвартс, зрозуміло. Високогір'я. Пам-пам-пам! Зрозуміло. Спорядження, предмети для рук. Рукавички. Ну, хай будуть. Аксесуари для обличчя. Ну, хай будуть. Капелюшок. О, це прикольний такий. В такому тільки таксувати. Шейні аксесуари. Мантія. Так це є мантія. Без мантії ми... До речі, виглядаємо ми без мантії прикольно. Давайте без мантії походимо. О, наряд. Наряд, зрозуміло, що це. Це прикольно. Це прикольно. Так, ну все. Тоді тут все. Інвентар. У нас нічого немає. Все, пішли звідси. Рівень 1, задачі, налаштування. А що за налаштування? Ага, зрозуміло, це звичайні налаштування. Все, тоді поїхали.
Take me, for example.
Де ж воно пищить? Воно ж десь пищить.
Revelio.
А, ось воно ще. Ага. Ну все. Так, побігли. Сюдою? Ну що за просадки такі дикі? Фонтан в вигляді віверни. Оце я хоча б пам'ятаю, розумієте? В сенсі. А, ось сюди.
Revelio.
Десь тут. Портрет Іліуса. Ще щось є тут. Ну і добре.
Revelio.
Скелет Авгурея. Не знаю, що це, але ми йдемо нагору. Ні? Дивно, правда?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be
Revelio.
included.
Я не розумію, а що таке? Що з ним не так? Так, ну, мабуть, якось ось так. Продовжимо. Ой.
Hogwarts must have fun.
А, ми можемо просто походити, а можемо почати завдання. Прикольно.
Someone says something nice to you, it's only because they want something.
Revelio.
Said she always found the dormitory a good place to read. Better than the library.
Так, ну давайте почнемо завдання. Давайте хоча б побачимо, як воно виглядає.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
О,
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per
Axio.
partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Отож, акцію.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh
Який прикольний
air.
препод.
After me.
Куди ми йдемо? Що ми робимо? К'ю защитить вас, захистить вас. Та що ж таке? Не виспався.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Що треба робити? Боулінг?
Very
Знов
simply,
просадка.
cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Так, ну що, пробуємо. 4, так?
Accio.
Excellent. Good. Happens to the best of us.
А, треба відмінити, чи що?
Splendid!
А, зрозуміло. Ну давайте спробуємо.
That's it! Don't lose your composure.
Я зрозумів.
Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as
Znowu
before, and Miss
prosadka.
Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ну, поїхали.
Watch this.
Полтосик?
Accio.
Not to worry.
Be sharp.
Ну як мені її наздогнати? Я можу ось що зробити, дивіться. Правильно? Так, давайте. Я думаю, я скину її.
Excellent.
Here we go.
Ну, в неї 150, я фізично вже це не зроблю. Хіба що викину її кульку. Ось так. Давай спробуємо.
Accio.
I will get you back for that.
Ну, хоча б ось так. Хоча б.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Whoa.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now.
Хто
You
буде
will
перший?
need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Зрозуміло.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Stay focused.
Watch this.
А, я можу ось так робити. Так набагато простіше стало.
Here we go. There we go.
Так, ну я програв. Не 2 по 30, навіть якщо я 1,50 роблю, мені цього не вистачить. Тому нам треба зробити ось так.
Accio.
Splendid. Very good, both of you. Well done.
Знов просадка. Що коїться, не розумію. SSD-шник, відеокарта, все працює. Що йому не так?
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all.
Прикольно, до речі.
And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful.
Прикольно.
I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Дякую.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can Revelio humans, if you're so
A word,
inclined.
if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Тут щось є. Ну, добре.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Зрозуміло. Куди веде оця двері? Замок рівень 2.
Revelio.
Тут нічого більше нема.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Чекайте, а що це було? Чи воно не тут, а десь під нами? Бачите полум'я?
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Непогано.
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his... Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Батьків Дамблдора, мабуть, можемо. Чому б ні?
Revelio.
I can't even cast Lumos for 2.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752!
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves.
Peeves?
It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack!
Я б питав, кого ми можемо знайти з відомих персонажів. І тут Півс. Витратив трошки часу, підбирав оптимальні параметри. Можливо, навіть щось з цього вийде. Побігав трошки. Знайшов тут наступне наше заняття. Я думаю, ходімо. Ну, а що робити?
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Bombard! Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Давайте, спробуємо. Так, Левіосо.
Levioso.
А у нас також паличка світиться.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Чи це саме через це закляття Левіоса воно синього кольору? Де він у нас? На якій літері?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Ace of good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be
Protego! Levioso!
complicates things.
Levioso!
Good form.
I know.
Can't be your first duel.
Let's just say you're good. Levioso!
Now perceptive. Thank you.
I do enjoy lively duels. If only all of my students were this adept.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Так. Давайте ми щось вирішимо з цим, тому що я понижував роздільну здатність екрану з 4К до Full HD і нічого не допомагає.
Glad to have the opportunity to
Я думаю, проблема в оптимізації самої гри. Тому ми почекаємо трошки і потім уже будемо
I
проходити.
demand excellence from my students.
На
They
жаль,
are capable of achieving
хотілося
it,
б зараз на
and they
хвилі,
must achieve it.
коли всі
A classroom
дивляться.
duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Добре, дякую.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is
Revelio.
dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Як оці замки знайти?
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel. You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Till next time. Revelio.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Ми вже 5-го левелу, ого. Як ми ефективно це все робимо. Так, куди нам треба? Нам тепер треба до професора Візлі. Правильно? Завдання. О, добре. Основні завдання. Незрозуміло що. До професора Візлі, але де її знайти? Шукаємо професора Візлі. Правильно?
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... What was it you said? Some ruins?
Не треба було їй це
I'd
казати.
wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Ні.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Це зрозуміло.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In
Я
fact,
правильно зрозумів,
Professor
що на
Ronan will
день
meet
у
you
нас всього 2
outside
лекції?
momentarily to assign your first
Щось
one.
малувато.
Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Так.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions
Це вона
ingredients,
нам просто базові
although they
якісь речі
rarely sell
розповідає. Я
recipes.
зрозумів.
Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
Добре. Дякую. Що стосується
I've
магічних
never heard of a
рецептів?
spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts
прикольно.
used when conjuring objects.
Тобто в
I
цій
shall
грі ще
explain
можна
more
буде
about
щось
them when you begin
крафтити.
working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon
потім він
Alley.
переїде в
We're fortunate to have someone like
Diagon
him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
Зрозуміло. Все, дякую.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Так. Наті, я піду
I'd
з
like
Наті.
to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students.
Так.
And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Віктор
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the
Добре,
castle
щось
doors.
знайоме.
No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Добре, дякую. Так, але в Хогсмід ми вже підемо 100% в наступній частині. Зараз я пропоную побігати по Хогвартсу і подивитися поговорити з професором Ронином, щоб першу задачу свою отримати. Що в нас за завдання взагалі? Завдання. Треба в Хоксміт і побічні завдання професора Ронина. Репаро. Люкан Шомсбі. Я думаю, ми продовжимо з цього всього наступного разу, а зараз давайте побігаємо трошки по замку. Може, якісь секретики порозгадуємо. Я хочу подивитися на оптимізацію. Я цілий день витратив на налаштування цієї гри. Знову впало з 60 впало до 40 кадрів.
Revelio.
30 уже кадрів, якщо що. Жахлива
Off on
оптимізація.
another adventure, are we?
Я сподіваюся, що гру пофіксять найближчим часом. І можна буде нормально грати. Тому що, ну що це, 14 кадрів? Ну що це таке? Причому відеокарта завантажена лише до 70%. Проблема не в відеокарті, я не розумію. А що ж завантажено? Оперативна пам'ять? Ні. 70%. Графічний процесор 86%. Процесор центральний 47%. Диск не завантажений взагалі. В чому проблема? Давайте спробуємо ось так побігати тепер. Я зменшив налаштування графіки. Нам треба...
There you are.
Ну давайте вже зробимо це завдання.
You have
Я
a new
думав,
spell to
наступного
teach me,
разу.
Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
Давай.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley
все одно
mentioned,
впало до
I am
40.
not the only one who will be teaching you
Не в
spells
пам'яті проблема.
outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Так, добре. Для
Why
чого
must
всі
I first
завдання?
complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
Добре.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Так, тоді я не буду вас мучити і не хочу, щоб ви на це дивилися. 16-14 кадрів, да ви знущаєтесь. Все тоді, я буду продовжувати, поза кадром, шукати оптимальні якісь налаштування, поки бажання грати в цю гру у мене тут 50/50. Атмосфера, кайф. Побігати, Хогвартс, оці всі містечка, всі місця, де ти був. Це кайф, але оптимізація, настільки вона вбиває оце все бажання грати, що ви собі не уявляєте. Тому навіть не знаю. Це відео точно будемо закінчувати. Усім дякую за увагу, дякую, що подивились це відео. Якщо вам по якійсь причині сподобалось, то ви можете поставити лайк, підписатись на канал, залишити будь-який коментар. Усе це допоможе каналу у розвитку. Також можете заходити на Twitch, там інколи проходять трансляції на різноманітні ігри. І ще раз усім дякую за увагу та до нових зустрічей. Бувайте!